Welcome back. I'm Bobby Shepsky. The Gators will not only be under the national spotlight during this weekend's matchup versus Arkansas, they will also be under the lights in the Swamp. Florida is playing their first night game of the season on Saturday as they look to go 2-0 in SEC play. The Gators will have to try and hold back Razorback freshman Alex Collins, who has over 100 yards rushing in 4 out of his 5 games. Luckily for Florida, the Gator defense leads the nation in rushing yards allowed, limiting teams to just under 54 yards per game. But they may have a challenge on Saturday.
He's a complete back. He's definitely challenging. Our guys know that and understand. We've watched quite a bit of film on him together, and I think his numbers speak for themselves. What he's been able to do already this year, and he's a big challenge. He's a guy that's tough to bring down.
Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Saturday on ESPN2. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds played in the Wild Card playoff last night to determine who would face another NL Central powerhouse, the St. Louis Cardinals. But first, let's go to PNC Park, which was filled with more black and yellow than ever before. Fueled by the crowd, Pirates catcher Russell Martin decided to have himself a day. In the bottom of the second, Martin hit the first of his 2 home runs, with this one coming off of Johnny Cueto. And if 1 was nice, then 2 is even nicer as Martin goes yard again in the bottom of the 7th. A lot of bombs have been seen so far, but some players decided to make use of their gloves. Reds third baseman Todd Frazier makes this spectacular catch going into the Bucco fan base to snatch the final out of the second. Unfortunately for the Reds, that ends their portion of the highlight as the Pirates win 6-2, marking their first playoff win since 1992.
We're confident we could do it. All we didn't talk about, an execution game or elimination game. We talked about one and run to St. Louis.
Another comeback.
While the Tampa Bay Rays are looking to do much of the same, the Rays are facing the Cleveland Indians tonight in their wild card elimination game. It's an 8 o'clock game on TBS. The front office of the Jacksonville Jaguars made a move today, but it won't help this year. The Jacksonville Jaguars traded their starting left tackle Eugene Monroe to the Baltimore Ravens for a 4th and 5th round pick in next year's draft. Monroe is Jacksonville's first pick in the 2009 draft, going 8th overall out of the University of Virginia. The Jaguars will be replacing Monroe with 2nd overall pick Luke Joeckel at left tackle for the rest of the season. The schedule isn't looking up for the winless Jags as they face the Rams, Broncos, and Chargers next.
Thanks for joining us, Bobby. Stay with us for more news after the break.